You know, a lot of movies and TV shows have some sort of weird rivalry going on between a little kid who's just trying to have fun and the grumpy old person who just isn't having it.
Yeah, there's always a dynamic there.
I mean, it started with Dennis the Menace,
Dennis
right?
the Menace and his neighbor, Mr. Wilson. Or the old guy from Up with the balloon house and the chubby wilderness explorer kid.
Oh, we love them together.
I'll be honest, I'm usually on the side of the old people.
I don't
need you to help me across the street. Leave me alone. But today was different because one of our listeners told us about the showdown that happened when she was 9 years old between her and the grumpy old lady who lived down the street.
Oh, man.
And our listener admits that now that she's older, she may have taken it a little bit too far.
Yikes.
And I'm actually 100% behind what she did. You're going to hear it in a brand new Mass Speaker coming up at 7:10.
You don't know me.
A confession I can't take back.
I am
The Masked Speaker.
Got a text to 78592 that says, I'm pretty clumsy, but there are upsides. Like, for example, if I finish my bag of chips and I'm sad there's no more chips, I just look down in my lap and I always find chips.
Hey!
It's a really good point. Same.
It's all about finding the simple joys in your life. And what's more simple and joyful than anonymously telling your secrets to millions of people live on the radio? Easy breezy.
Yeah, lap crumbs.
One of our listeners wants to do that right now, and she's chosen to go by Jenna as her fake name. So, Jenna, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
I did half expect you to have a mouthful of chips while you were talking to us, but
That was hilarious. That always happens to me with the chips.
yeah, I know, right?
Well, I don't know if your confession is food related, but the voice changer is on. You are the Mass Speaker. Whenever you're ready, let's hear it.
Wow.
Wow. Big
All right. So, when I was young, I was probably like 9 or 10 years old in elementary school.
Oh, okay. That is young.
Yeah, but I was the oldest kid, so my family put me in charge of stuff, and my one thing that I love to do, they asked me every night to, like, walk the dog around the neighborhood.
Okay. It's a good chore for a kid that age.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and it was fine. It was a suburb. There wasn't a lot of traffic. So anyway, I was walking home after a walk with my dog,
Yeah.
and he cut the corner of someone's yard. You know, like at the corner lot, he kind of ran across
Oh,
a
yeah.
yard instead of going on the sidewalk.
Like a front lawn that didn't have a fence around it. He like cut across their grass.
Good description.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, come to find, there's this, like, super mean old lady who lives at this place.
Oh, you lived on Brooke's neighborhood? Oh, my God. What a
That's how she knew
nightmare.
there wasn't a fence.
I'm kidding.
But I do feel like all the old mean people always live on the corner.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
Oh,
weird thing?
yeah.
I don't know why.
I think
Dark corner.
it gives them like the most view of the neighborhood so they can
Maybe.
look out and
Yeah.
judge
Yeah.
two different streets at the same
Got
time.
it.
It's a good point, Jeffrey.
So she, like, had these rose bushes.
Yeah.
And she was out at the time with her hose, and she had her, like, her gardening tools and whatever she was using, and she was kind of taking care of her rose bushes.
Yeah.
And she was close to us when my dog did this, so she saw it happen.
You just crossed on her grass. Big deal.
Yeah.
Right, and my dog is, like, the sweetest dog.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's a golden retriever, super friendly, like Air Bud. Okay.
Okay.
Airbud.
What'd you say that?
Is it every golden retriever?
Yeah. But then Airbud became like kind of a famous athlete and then kind of got an ego about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I missed that episode
Yeah.
of Airbud.
In the
yeah.
later sequels, he's
In the-
kind the fame goes to his head and he's kind of a
I
jerk.
see. Yeah, kind of a player.
Yeah, but early Airbud, he was a gem. Anyway, your dog didn't have that ego, so what happened?
She comes over to us, and she had something in her hand. It was like insecticide or something. Like whatever she was spraying on her roses, and she sprayed my dog with it.
What?
What?
She sprayed her. Like,
That's terrible.
That's-
She
yeah.
sprayed your dog with some sort of chemical?
So you're calling to admit a murder then?
no, the dog didn't die.
No, I'm talking about what you
Oh,
should do
what
to the
happened- what
grandma.
happened
after
next?
you spraying a dog with pesticide.
Please don't tell me the dog died.
No.
I was only 9. I was only 9.
Oh, you were only 9? Okay.
So what happened? What'd you do?
So when it happened, we split. We skedaddled. I was like, oh no, we gotta get out of here. So we
Yeah.
start running home.
Scary
Very.
as a kid.
Mhm.
And we get home, and I kind of like brushed my dog off. But I was so upset. Like, I thought I was going to get in trouble. Like, she was going to
Oh,
call my
man.
parents. Like,
Well, you thought that you had done something wrong.
I know. I'd be tattling on that old lady like
Yeah.
nobody's business.
Yeah, but if you
when
think,
you're a kid, though, it's like, oh no, the dog ran across the lawn. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I can
Yeah.
see that.
okay, so you didn't tell your folks.
no, and I didn't know what it was that it was sprayed on either.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was scared, but I was also like mad because it's my puppy.
Right.
Yeah. What happened?
So I was at home that night, and I was thinking to myself, like, maybe I should just take matters in my own hands. So anyway, I'm so glad I didn't tell my parents that it happened, because that night I go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I went in the bathroom, and I snuck out the window of the bathroom, and I went back over to her house,
Uh-huh.
and I freaking cut down every rose bush that I could get my hands on in her yard.
Oh my.
That is awful, though.
It's like prison rules here. You got to strike
Oh, yeah.
first and establish your
Yeah.
dominance over the neighborhood.
How do you know it was insecticide too? Like, what if she was just spraying them with water? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a
like,
hot day. She's trying to help.
True.
it could have been like, I feel like that is so extreme.
You know what, like, flea medicine kind of smells like?
It smelled
you know,
chemically.
I was like wiping the dog, and it was definitely not water.
Okay.
It's dog shampoo. She's
Yeah.
like, it starts bubbling. And...
Well, the old
And you
lady must have known something, right? Did it ever get back to you?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't really know if she knew, but she was definitely suspicious that it was me.
Yeah.
'Cause I did it right after she did that. Like,
Yeah.
and from then on, I stayed on the other side of the street. But every time I would walk by, like, obviously she recognized us, and
Yeah.
every time I would walk by her house, she would yell at me. She was like, "I know what you did."
Oh,
Oh.
she really thought it
Oh
was
God,
you.
that's wild.
So
But it feels good, though, huh?
Oh, it's such a rush to share it with you too. It's been like 20 years.
maybe that was the old lady that went and put a curse on the Beauty and the Beast castle after what happened to the
Oh my
roses
God.
there.
Oh, this
Yes.
is okay.
She
no.
paid it forward to the next person.
of course, you bring it back to a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's a happy ending, right?
He's like this or
Yeah.
Rapunzel. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of angry old ladies taking
Yeah.
their anger out on people.
If this was
I
Spanish,
know.
you'd be in Encanto, bro.
This poor old woman, it's all she had was her roses, and you destroyed them.
Trying to cool your dog down.
You got to stand up for your pets.
I guess.
This is a good one.
Text in 78592 if you have a confession you've been holding on to. We'll hide your identity, mask your voice, and make you our next mass speaker. Your phone tap's coming up next.